Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of How Many Projects Can We Work On at One Time? On today's episode, let's talk about where we're at and what we're doing. What we're going to be doing here soon. 38 Topgun update. The pods are in. The door sliders are in. We are going to hopefully have the power slider hooked up here shortly. We'll go from there. 38 Bad Judgments going down to get some paint touch up, so that's going to be leaving in about a week or so, and then we're going to move on with some other stuff. So we talked about the Kodiak and the 8.1 and everything, and the plan is going to be 24 valve. Obviously this doesn't look like much, but let's talk about what this is. This is a medium duty 24 valve Cummins 5.9 out of a motorhome. That is what the long block is. And I got this long block for 150 bucks. It's laying on its side in somebody's garage. They bought it, they were gonna put it in a Studebaker, it wouldn't fit, such on and so forth. It was basically just a bare long block, had a valve cover ahead. No front stuff, which you can see is pretty much how it came. No wiring, no injection lines, no VP44, anything like that. So figured I'll buy it. You know, the block's worth whatever. It is a 56 block, which is good, not the 53. So brought it home, dug through my shed. I've done a bunch of P-pump 24 valve swaps, and through all my times and different projects, I dug out the parts I had laying around. I had a harness, an ECM, injector lines, fuel bowl. I have everything. VP44, which I already have on there. The bell crank for the throttle. I had a wiring harness. It was actually ironic. I almost threw all the stuff away a couple months ago, but had it laying around. HX35 and a manifold that has a lot of miles on it, but I kept it as a core. It spins nice and free, but it's going to be good enough to start it. Manifold. Do have a common rail manifold over there we might use to tuck the turbo down. We'll see how it fits. But what we're going to do here basically is get this thing started. And I decided that on this series, we are going to do a ton of tripod taping, how-tos, and we're going to get into some editing. So I have somebody that's going to do the editing for us. Starting with getting this thing running on a standalone harness, which I'm working on. There's the harness, plugs into down there. Now I need a few wires to make this thing run. I'm going to actually do a ton of how-to videos on that. Get this thing running on the stand. We'll take it all back apart, clean it, paint it, dial it up a little bit. I got to find a head for the compressor, which is going to be nice because we're going to have a nice gear-driven compressor in the Kodiak. We can put an air tank on it, some air ride seats, eventually air ride rear end, such on and so forth. So that's going to be what we're going to work on. So obviously we're still working on the 38 Topgun a lot. You know, we're just kind of jockeying a few things around. The thing with the Kodiak is we use it every day to tow. It's our main driver. So as much as I love the 8.1, we've taken it as far as we can, performance-wise and MPG-wise, and it's just not going to cut it for us with the fuel mileage. So, which we knew ahead of time, but we're going to retain the Allison 1000, go to the 6-speed conversion. With this in front of it, we're hoping. I'm shooting for 18 empty, 15 towing. That's what I'm going for. So we'll bring you along for that ride. Once this Bad Judgment's out of here, we'll be able to set this motor over there, build a quick little run stand, get it wired, get it running, and go from there. And then I don't know exactly when we're going to throw it in. We'll see if we have time between the time that Bad Judgment's getting painted and it comes back, or if we're going to wait till February. We'll see. But first step, get it running, go from there. We have been working on the Topgun over here quite a bit. Like I said, I got all the pods mounted, the door tracks in, and the door sliding the way it's supposed to. You can see the track is underneath that step door, and I got the door cut out so we can get in there and do some wiring. So I mean, I know it kind of looks the same, but we have been working on it quite a bit. There's many hours in getting all that stuff to fit and the door sliding the way it's supposed to and everything. And, bilge is all sanded and everything, and we're just kind of took a break for a week or so on it, which is kind of what I do. I don't get burned out on it, so just a ton of different time putting in it. So we're gonna get back to doing some wiring and getting the interior pieces in and fit, which we already have. We have to modify the side panel, so that's gonna be our next step. So we're getting there. We'll keep you updated on all the projects, but that's where we're at. So hopefully you guys enjoy the 5.9 project, but that's what we're gonna be working at next. So we'll get back at you soon.